All right, I got it again. All right. I can eat this bite.
No be juju be this.
No be juju, it's smartness. This one is called mamai. You see the shape, the mold, everything is it's perfectly made.
It's FOODCAST. Today I've got an amazing gentleman, amazing chef who is going to blow your mind with some incredible tips about food and cooking.
It's MC Benjamin Prosper, you might be picking. Yeah. So we're doing it today, an interview. It's incredible interview. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be boom, boom, boom. It's gonna be crazy. This is like one of the most unique interviews in the world. I want you to watch it.
You're welcome, wherever you are. This is made Assalam Cargo Services. There was a time in my life when I shipped something to my country, and you know what? It took months. When the item finally got to the destination, some of the items even got spoiled. It was a bitter ordeal. But now we have Beit Assalam Cargo Service. Beit Assalam is the Arabic word for house of peace. So just imagine the peace of mind it will give you when you are shipping your things anywhere in the world, any country in Africa, whether you are in Burkina Faso, Togo, Mali, Uganda, Kenya, wherever. Bring your things. Car, paint, spare parts, clothes, anything. We've got you covered. So just come and let's do business. Meat pie, Nigerian meat pie. Yes. So let's go.
Yes, don't worry. I'm very good at flipping bottles. So I got this, man. Don't worry. I will not disappoint, man. Let's go. You wanna flip first or I flip first? No, I'll go first. I always have this luck of trying first. So let me go. Ah, damn it. Okay. Yeah. You're not even close. Hold on. I told you guys. Give me the where's the fork?
Your own fault now. It's my fault. Fast.
Wait, hold on. Let me take a golden bite. This is a golden bite.
Okay, finish. Let's go again. Nice. This guy will finish this meat pie fast, man. Why is this? Why is it going there?
Oh, that was so close. That was so close. All right, I got it again. All right. I can eat this bite.
What is this? Let me relax. It's fine. I can't believe this. I lost. Why did I even drink this? This thing in the first place. Congratulations, man. He ate all the meat pie. I couldn't even get one bottle to stand. How did you do it?
It's magic, the power of a man. Only the real man understand.
No be juju be this.
No be juju, it's smartness.
Okay. Alright, so guys, I hope you enjoyed the flip of the bottle. I mean, I told you this man is a genius. I just don't know what happened, but I lost completely. Ate all the meat pie. But now we have the main dish here. We have the meals here. Now we're going to start the interview. So let's see. He will introduce what we have here for us. Then we can start eating. Then we can start a conversation.
It's really perfect. It's very round and the shape is amazing. And the both of them are looking the same. And here we have we have this. They call it. This is like it's fluffy. It's really fluffy. You can feel it. So fluffy and soft. It's made from flour, and also we have here. So this as well, you can feel the difference between this and this. You see, this that's it's same as this, but compared to this is a little bit more crispy. This is sausage. This is like chicken some, like sambusa and onion roll or stuff like that. It's a combination of different dish, and we're gonna be eating all together. And let's have a nice conversation.
Now we know the kind of food we have, and all these are right. This is Nigerian. We can say Nigerian cuisine, or right? Or yeah, Nigerian cuisine, West African cuisine. Okay, so yeah, these are like we have like snacks, right? These are like snacks.
This is just a main course.
This is a main course. Okay.
Others you can say snacks, but this is the main course.
Okay.
Made from there's an egg inside. It's made from beans, white eyed beans. Yeah, white eyed.
Okay,
beans.
so then I think we'll start a conversation from this food actually.
Yeah.
So why is this called moi moi? Why the name?
Yeah.
You have any idea?
Yeah. Regarding that, why is it called moi? I can't really say why is it called moi because our grandfathers they eat like that's been like that in history. So, but I really don't know why it's called moi. It's everywhere in Nigeria. Everywhere in Nigeria they eat this dish like everywhere, not just some part of Nigeria, but all over Nigeria. It takes time. The processing time is so crazy. The technology, how to make it, see it's satisfaction. It's delicate. Egg, the middle, make it. It's really good. I think it's by before I continue.
Yeah, guys, I love it. This is the first time I'm trying moi moi, and I can tell you, it tastes so good. It's good. So, is it eaten in Nigeria, plain like this without anything, or you can add something to it?
Yeah, actually, there's a way you can eat it. You also eat it with like you can add other side dish with it.
Okay.
For example, gari.
Yeah.
You can go very well with gari.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. It reminds me back in the days like in school, we used to have gari on the side. So when you eat gari, you take moi combination.
It's a gari mixed with water or raw gari?
Gari with water.
Gari with water. Okay.
Oh, it's crazy. You know how gari is. Gari can go with anything, absolutely anything, and it's so interesting, it's so nice.
Wow.
And
so we want you to take us through your journey, how you got to UAE and how you became a chef.
That's an interesting topic to talk about. Very, very interesting. First of all, being a chef first, me, is because of the love I have for food, love of creativity, love of art. Cooking is art. And how did I become a chef? Is because I started working in the restaurant as a dishwasher. So I started as a dishwasher and I always like to try different food, different country dish, different nationality dish. I'm always inspired to eat different stuff. So that's when I started to say, for me to be able to eat different type of food, so I need to be a chef that I'll be able to, not just eating, but knowing the history, the story, and the origin of food. That's what motivates me and how I become a chef. Yeah.
So what about your journey to Dubai, from Nigeria to Dubai? How did it happen? We just want to know. Yeah. Because for me, it was through a friend. I mean, like not a friend, not a long time friend, just someone I met for a short while.
Yeah.
That's how come I got to Dubai. So how did yours happen?
Traveling first of all is not just what you do in a day or in a week or even a month. It's something you plan for. I actually planned to come here. So I did plan. The plan was, of course, not exactly what I expected to see is what I have seen, but at least I made a plan. It wasn't like a magic. I just woke up and found myself in Dubai.
So you actually took time to plan and prepare to come to Dubai?
Yeah.
How long would you say that it took you to plan?
Yeah,
work out that.
Yeah, life is about decision and time, and doing those, I just planned around like a year because I was doing something back home, and I said, okay, let me plan. I have to come to Dubai and do some history and some research about the country and how big it is for market and for opportunities and for industries or restaurants or hotels, how they work. So I decided to make an arrangement and I came to Dubai. But of course, it's not what I expected exactly I got at the beginning.
Okay.
But now,
Absolutely.
it's good.
So we're back in Nigeria. Were you a chef? Like, were you into cooking as well? Or your whole journey about becoming a chef started in UAE?
Now, back when I was in Nigeria, when I was studying, I used to go to a restaurant to help to do some dishes and to just do hustle. You know, we get paid per hour, so how many hours we work and stuff like that, just for part time. So that's when my journey in the kitchen started. Because when me going to the kitchen to help chefs and to do some dishes and all that, I was gaining knowledge, but I wasn't a chef officially. I wasn't a chef. But when I came to Dubai, I started to choose like I have to be serious with my career. That's when I keep pushing harder. Yeah, that's what made me to be who I am today, and I'm still growing. Hope to be bigger tomorrow. Wow, yeah.
That's impressive.
It's not just
So
not just impressive, but interesting.
Interesting. Interesting and impressive. You are an intercontinental chef. You actually don't even do Nigerian dishes. You do intercontinental dishes.
Yep.
How was the transition?
Yeah. First of all, cooking is like let me visualize it and explain it somehow. Cooking is art, right? You put your emotion, how you create the food, how you work. It's our job. For example, as a chef, I'm a chef. You can cook, right? You cook at home, but you're not a chef.
Yeah.
But I cook at home and at work. This is what I do every day, consistently.
Okay.
Now, as a chef, maybe let me make a simple idea. You are an Italian chef. You don't know anything about the Mediterranean dish, and you want to be a Mediterranean chef, or you want to know more about Arabic and all that shit. So how you can do it? First, you need to work in a company that is making the have the menu, of what you want to do. Then with that, you're able to learn. You're not just working with the recipe. No, you're gonna be learning from the recipe. Then after you learn from the recipe, you spend a couple of years in a particular restaurant. You learn from there. Then you move to a different place and learn more dishes. For someone who's coming from Africa, for example, Ghana, Nigeria, or any part of Africa, which is not related to Arabic or other cuisine, right? You don't need to be perfect. You have to come as a junior chef, like you can come as a commis chef. Start from the beginning. You have to work with the chef de partie or sous chefs in charge. They will teach you and guide you. You can learn faster. In the kitchen, it's quite easy because you already have a knife skill, you have the knowledge of cooking, so you just have to learn the dishes. Of course, you can go to online study and try to go to culinary school to learn how to cook, frying method, grilling method, all that, which is basic. But the result is not going to be the same. So for someone who is going to come from Africa and try to be a chef in outside different country, yes, it's possible. You're going to start in a very low grade, like commis chef. You can learn from there. It's very easy.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So do you necessarily need to take some courses and get some certificate, be certified in a way, or just by working in those kitchens and gaining the experience, it's okay for you to work in high class restaurant?
Yeah, actually working in a high class restaurant, as you said, like expensive and fancy restaurant, you need to have certificate, okay, which certify you as a chef. But still, I didn't have certificate when I started my chef journey. Okay, it was the time I started getting my certificate and working on myself. But the skill was very important. You having the experience is more important than even certificate. The real chef want to hire you. They won't hire you because of your degree certificate. You graduated from culinary school, then now you want to just go into a fancy, busy restaurant with zero experience. No, trust me, you need experience more than certificate. Because experience is the best teacher. Yeah. There's nothing they will teach you in the culinary school that you experience will not teach you. Yeah. I started. I would say I cut my fingers multiple times. Okay. To learn how to chop different types. Okay. So in the culinary school, teach you how to make it slow. But when you're in the restaurant, the energy is different. It's different, yeah. If you're working in the kitchen in the restaurant and you're working not in the school, the energy is different. The pressure is different.
It's like theory and practical.
Thank you. Like in the kitchen is crazy. It's sometimes like hell, depending on the kitchen you work with. So in the culinary school, there is no pressure. It just teach you, and you learn. But facing the real challenge is doing the job. In the culinary school, someone will guide you, teach you. But when you are in the restaurant, no one is coming to guide you or teach you. You are going there to show them what you got. So it's important to get certificate, go to culinary school, but I don't really recommend it that much. It's okay, but you really want to be a good chef, you need experience. Experience is more important.
Get in the kitchen and then learn, right from the
be a gangster. That's what I call a gangster chef.
Gangster chef.
Energy on point.
Wow.
100%.
You've got all the moves, you've got all the skills.
Absolutely.
Okay. So those of you watching, if you're an African and you really have a dream of becoming an international chef, then as he's saying, find a way to get in the kitchen, get the skills.
Not just an African, anybody.
Yeah, of course.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, of course. But then I know most of our viewers are African. That's why I'm just addressing them. Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah. Okay. Now, you are a fine dining chef, right? So, when it comes to fine dining and fast food, what's the difference? Working in a fast food kitchen, working in a fine dining kitchen. How does it work? How would you explain that?
Very simple. Fine dining, you have time. In the fine dining restaurant, you have time to cook. Everything you make in the fine dining is from the scratch. In the fast food, everything is already pre-cooked, pre-made. For example, in the fast food, there is a production zone. They produce everything that they will send to the kitchen. So where you might be working as a fast food. Let's use the example of McDonald's, KFC, other fast food. They have the production zone where they produce everything. Imagine KFC burger. Where they have a production zone where they produce the bread. The factory, the bakery, they only produce bread, right? Then after that, they send it to the restaurant, delivers, supplier, right? Then they have a kitchen the way they make only chicken. The chicken they have a farm. So, as a chef working in the fast food, right? Basically, you're gonna be receiving those products already made from the factory. You receive it. Your job is just to sauce it up. You put the bread, make the burger, sandwich, for example. Then you continue work there for like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. You might never know how to make that sauce, how to bake that bread, how to marinate that chicken. Because your job is, everything has been done. So your job is just to garnish it up and serve it. Okay. So you work in the fast food, you will have a less experience, very limited. But if you work in the fine dining, everything is coming fresh in a very big central kitchen. Your responsibility, you take the chicken, you know how to marinate the chicken, the ingredient, the sauce. You make the sauce from the scratch, marinate the chicken from the scratch. When you want to bake a bread, you know the type of flour you want to use, gluten-free or with glutens, dairy, without dairies. So everything's from the scratch. You have high knowledge and high experience compared to someone who's working in the fast food. That's why fine dining are always top-notch. It's always expensive because everything is fresh, freshly baked. Let me try this bread. This is one of my favorite.
This what do you call this?
They call it pop-up. Yeah, it's a deep fry. It's made from a deep fry. It's delicate. Let me try. Yeah, you can see. It's slimy a little bit. You see that?
So we have something similar.
And if you want to try this, I have the recipe. I have the recipe for this. Very simple.
We have something similar in Ghana. So all this kind of Nigeria dishes, you can make all of them, or now you completely switch to.
Of course, I can make this. These are simple. This is like what I was born. Let's say, my mother used to cook all this at home. So this is like homemade stuff. It's easy. I just have to go down and get some recipe and follow the program.
So now talking about that, it seems as if in Africa, our dishes, I mean, they look very simple, right? Easy to sort of. So how do you being an intercontinental chef, how do you compare, intercontinental dishes to African dishes? The way they are made, culture-wise, history, the nitty-gritties, how's that?
Yeah. Actually, African, we have our own dish, right? Which is different from the European, Italian, American, or Arabic dish, for example. Let me make an example of this one wine. Very good example, right? Moi, for example, the technology and how to make it, it takes the process. I'll explain to you. You need to have your beans soaked in the water for a couple of hours to be soft. Then you have to, by using like homemade style, to crush or scrub the beans to remove the skin and the black eye spots from the beans. Remove it, strain it. Takes time, right? If you want to do it manually with your hand, homemade stuff, right? Then after that, you blend it with some ingredients, put in a container, plastic container, cover it up, and put in the water and boil it in low heat, in a low temperature for a couple like maybe 2 hours to cook properly. So the whole meal can take you like 5 hours to make. 5 hours, right? Now let's go to the Mediterranean cuisine. For example, hummus. In hummus, for example, hummus you need minimum of 15 hours to prepare just one hummus. So now hummus first you need 15, 1 5.
Wow.
So you see, it's all about the food and tradition. It's tradition, how it is, how it should be done, and how it's done. There's no shortcut. Of course, you want to do shortcut. For example, if you don't want to go through the long process for hummus, you need to have a fresh fresh chickpea. When you have your chickpea for hummus, for example, you soak the chickpea in the water overnight. You can soak it for a minimum of 8 to 9 hours in the water. Then after that, it becomes double in size, become bigger. The chickpeas become bigger and double in size. Before then, you can start boiling it in a low temperature for like an hour or an hour for 5 minutes. You see the time?
Yeah.
Then after that, you need to blend it. I would say blend it.
Yeah.
Depending on how you want it, blend it until it's more texture and with other ingredients before you'll be able to eat it. You see the technology. If you want to do it, it takes time.
It takes time.
And let's go for let's go for Italian cuisine, like pizza. If you want to make Italian pizza, for example, you need patience from the scratch. You want to make from the scratch. For pizza, you need to make a dough. When you make a dough, you need to let it rest in the chiller for a couple of hours before you're able to use it. But the good thing about food is that there's always a way to minimize your time. Like for pizza company, for pizza restaurants, they know how to minimize the time. They make the dough today and use tomorrow, so they always know how to manage the time. When they are using this, so another team is preparing for tomorrow. It's like that because this is a step-by-step process to get the result of the food you want to make, of the dish you want to make. So no matter what, everything is time.
Okay. All right. So in essence, you're saying that most of these intercontinental dishes, the process is more complicated in a way. Like most of the technology or the way of making them, it takes time, takes patience, takes great skill. To make most of those dishes, other than the African ones, right? Or it depends on the particular dish. There are some African dishes also that of course can take days.
Absolutely, like Gary. Gary the hero.
Let's start from home. What's your favorite Nigerian food?
You remind me. I just made it yesterday at home.
Really?
My favorite Nigerian food is egusi soup. I heard of egusi soup.
Of course.
Egusi soup.
I've tasted that before.
It's my favorite, but I do have other favorite. But egusi with pounded yam, the real traditionally made pounded yam, homemade.
The one that is
you have to pound it. Yeah, this stuff. This is done. Well, actually, the last time I eat that is like maybe 8 years, or maybe
the egusi soup with pounded yam.
Yeah, maybe like 8 years or 9 years. It's been a long time.
Okay, but you made the soup. You made the egusi soup at home yesterday. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about intercontinental? Which one is your favorite?
Yeah. Actually, if you talk about intercontinental, you need to ask me Italian, American, Mediterranean. So you need to choose like
all of them just together. Which one?
I have enough.
Because we are Africans and then we are comparing home to abroad. So let's say abroad. If you are not in Ghana,
yeah.
So if you are in Nigeria,
yeah.
Which food
I will go for? I think maybe you put the question in a way that what kind of food I can eat for the whole week or the whole day without getting tired of? If it's except African food, maybe.
Yeah.
That's a very big question. How would I answer that?
Okay, so let me just put it this way. Yeah, I know you have a lot. At least you can give us one or two. Let's say I'm taking you to any intercontinental restaurant of your choice. What are you going to order?
Maybe lamb chops with mashed potatoes.
Lamb what?
Lamb chops
Lamb chops with mashed potatoes.
Yeah, and some meat salad on it.
And do it?
And some meat salad.
To make salad.
Yeah, if it's a continental dish, it's a continental restaurant.
So that which country is that?
Lamb chops. I mean, basically, lamb chops.
It's like cross.
Everybody eat lamb. So Arabic, Europeans are all eat lamb, but the lamb chops is like more delicate and nice. I love eating lamb, like it is of lamb, beef.
Wow.
So I'm not a big fan of chicken. So, but if you, I think the question should be like, if you're taking me to an Arabic restaurant or American restaurant, that would be more precise, like more clear for me to answer.
Okay, since we are in an Arabic country, then let's talk about which Arabic food. Yeah.
Let me give you answer now. My favorite food from Arabic, hummus. I like hummus.
Hummus.
Yeah, because hummus will go with bread. It's a starter, not the main course.
Yeah.
Talking about like the way they prepare the rice, there is mandi, there is this biryani which is Indian and Arabic. There is a lot of Arabic food. There is one food I really like, aris.
Aris.
It's always made in Ramadan period. In the mosque, we used to get it. It's good, and it's made from lamb and other ingredients. It's really good. It takes very long process to make.
I like this one.
Crispy.
I like this Nigerian salmon, man.
No, let me see. What's inside?
I think it's beef or something. Yeah.
Some green pea and minced meat, I guess. Minced meat.
I think the meat is beef, right?
Yeah, it's good.
Guys, we're really enjoying this. I'm enjoying this Nigerian meal so much. You made a very good order.
You can feel some beef stock seasoning on the beef and green pea. Yeah. But for me, I prefer with sauce. You have to be like a sauce. You can dip into the sauce and have a great bite. That'll be more satisfying. But it's good.
That's
it's
African
good.
for you now. I know you used to this sauce. Right?
Yeah. It's good, but it's just kind of dry. The meat is dry, but it's good.
All right, Chef Prosper. So, how has your journey been? So, Chef Nigeria, what has been the challenges? What has been the high moments, low moments? Just give us, because it's I know there are a lot of African chefs. There are a lot of Africans who are chefs here, but working in an environment where you have a lot of Asians and start trying to. How has the whole experience been?
Yeah. Actually, being an African working in a foreign country or intercontinental restaurant or other place like that is, of course, sometimes it's challenging, but it's always preferable. Like people recommendation is a key because I'm an African. Imagine getting a job in an Italian, in a Japanese restaurant, for example. You're gonna be like, you know how to prepare Japanese food? Yeah. Because I'm not Japanese.
Yeah.
First thing, they're gonna like a lot of questions and a lot of interviews and trials to confirm if you're really good at what you do. Yeah, that's it. But if it was a Japanese person going to a Japanese restaurant, the chances are very high for you to get a job and easier. But yeah, talking about intercontinental restaurant, like for example Italian, Americans, those European dish, they kind of hire a lot of black guys for that because we are very smart and we learn very fast. We have enough knowledge. It's challenging for sure, but it's normal. It's everywhere.
It's doable. Yeah.
It's just like you being an American going to African to work as in the restaurant. So they're gonna be like, "You white guy, you can cook African food," something like that. It's gonna be crazy, but it's a good thing.
But does that ever happen? Like an American going to cook African dish? I bet they cannot find.
I don't know. I haven't seen, but
I'm not sure.
But I do have if one guy is from Egypt, Arab, but he's based in Nigeria and he cooks Nigerian food. He have a restaurant in Nigeria. Yes, he cooks only Nigerian.
Only Nigerian.
Yes, and
wow.
It's Arabic. It's Arab.
Yeah, it's possible because recently I've seen some videos on the internet. There is this lady. I think she's a Japanese, and I don't know part of her family. They're from Nigeria, so she made this. I think okra soup. And it was just nice. You could see that. So yeah, it's true. It depends on them and their passion and their interest. If they want to learn how to cook, they can definitely do it.
Cooking is good.
Wow. Well, food tells a story. You understand? So, how do you explain that? like you also mentioned that food is art. Food is art. Food tells a story, and what we are eating is not just. We are not just eating this or eating it, but there's some history behind all. How do you combine this together to explain food?
Food, yeah, of course. As I said, every food has history. There's a story behind the food. Okay, now, as a chef, I have my own menu, my own recipe, my own dish.
Really?
Yes, so there's a reason why I made mine. There's a
You have your
motivation.
own. Then you have your own dish.
Yeah, of course, yes. So we for example, as a chef, we take recipe from this, take recipe from that. We combine together. That's why chefs are always busy with food tasting, always busy creating dish, always trying to come up with a new design, new style. It's not about just cooking, but how you gonna plate this? How you gonna make it look attractive? How you gonna make it look satisfying? So after that, you need to think, okay, today you eat this mama in a round shape. Tomorrow, as a guest, you say it in a triangle shape. You'll be like, oh, you take a photo.
Yeah.
You're creating a memory. Then maybe after 2 weeks you come back again. It's like with like let's say like a lion is drawn on it or something like that. But the same food. You'll be like, wow, you took a photo.
That is the artistic part.
Thank you.
Okay.
Also, it's also like a memory to you as well.
Yeah.
It's creating a memory. And also, when you eat the food in a particular country, then you find the food after like 5 years, 10 years in a different country. You'll be like, yeah, I was in Egypt and I ate this sambusa. This sambusa, let me give it a try. This food is not
You've
just
experienced the culture of Egypt.
absolutely. It's not food can even bring up the country to where you are. I'm here in Dubai, right?
Yeah.
But we can be in Nigeria right now. We can be in Ghana. We can be in US right now, just because of the food.
So now we're experiencing
Now
Nigeria.
we're in Nigeria.
You know, yeah.
Right now, we're in Nigeria right now. Right now, we're eating Nigeria. This we're in Nigeria right now. Imagine it.
Okay.
Food is powerful, man. Food is everything.
Yeah.
Food has a lot. You think sometimes people don't just eat story food. So the people go to a fancy restaurant, high-class restaurant, not to just to food their stomach, but also to create memory. Yes.
To experience different culture, story.
Absolutely.
Because once you told me that, and of course this is typical with fine dining, restaurant experience. Once you I heard that sometimes before some people eat or some guests eat some food, they want to hear from the chef. They want the chef to tell them a bit of a story behind that food. What does that actually mean? Why would people do that?
Yeah. Okay. I use a very simple example. You order if a meal worth like $300-400 for just one meal.
Okay.
Do you think you don't deserve to know exactly what's going on?
I do.
You will, right?
Yeah.
Of course, it's the same thing. You know the time that the chef took to prepare that meal, the effort, the creativity behind the meal. How many people must have tasted the meal before it was even open for test? So there's a big history. Of course, it's very important, and also it's good for a chef to explain sometimes, to introduce a dish to a guest, especially for special guests only.
Okay.
Not just for every guest.
Okay.
So it's good. It's also something else.
Food is spiritual, physical, cultural, everything.
Yeah, food is like
Inspirational. Food is life, man.
yeah,
Do you have any favorite Ghanaian meal?
jollof rice.
Wait, I'm coming to so now. Okay, now since you mentioned jollof rice, Ghana jollof versus Nigeria jollof. Which one? Are you by your answer saying Ghana jollof is the best? Because you're saying that
not saying that.
your favorite Ghanaian food is jollof rice.
Yes.
Okay, so you're not saying so. Ghana jollof versus Nigeria jollof. What do you think?
It's better. Which one do you think is better? Which one do I think is better?
Yeah.
Right? No, listen. First of all, me saying Ghana jollof is my favorite food from Ghana
Doesn't mean
that
okay.
it's the best.
All right, I get it. So now I put it to you. What do you think?
Okay, now let me tell you something. I won't give you a straight answer. I will say it first. The reason why.
Okay.
Nigerian jollof is amazing. Especially if you eat it from a ceremony like marriage ceremony, funeral ceremony, wedding ceremony, it's so amazing.
That is what I don't understand. So are you telling me
There's
that
difference when you cook it at home. It's different from when you cook it
the
in the
process is different?
The taste. As a Nigerian, you're watching this, you know what I mean.
Are you saying that the process they use to cook it for parties, they can't use the same in the restaurant?
I'm a chef, right? I'll try to cook Nigerian jollof. I'll try to cook Ghana jollof. Okay, so when I tasted it, when I cook it, Ghana jollof was tasting in a way that I like it. Compared to compared to the Nigerian jollof I cook both.
You cook both yourself?
Yes, the reason why was because the way I cook it, I kind of realized that Ghana jollof is quite easier to cook.
Okay.
the spices, the ingredients are a little bit less compared to Nigerian jollof.
Okay.
So I realized that I didn't use all the ingredients I needed for Nigerian jollof to give that taste. So Nigerian jollof it's full of ingredients. That's why it's very challenging to get the certain taste of that party jollof. That's why they call it party jollof.
Okay.
So I don't know. For me, to answer your question, if I want to visualize it like a party jollof, Nigerian jollof is amazing. You need to go to a party in Nigeria.
Nigerian party jollof.
Yeah, go to a burial ceremony or marriage ceremony.
Maybe we'll try that in Dubai. We'll organize a cook Nigerian party jollof in Dubai. We'll see how it comes out, right?
Yeah. Or maybe if you have the ingredients.
Of course, we will try. We'll find it.
Yeah.
We don't have Ghana party jollof.
You have it?
We have jollof.
So in the party, there's no.
I mean, yeah, the way they cook it is different, different, but it's not like the way you're saying in Nigeria. When you say Nigeria party jollof, it's different. One that is cooked, yeah, we don't have that.
You can't compare. A party jollof, you have to fight for it.
Wow.
Yeah, party jollof is crazy.
Amazing.
You have to fight for it.
So what would be your final message,
Actually, what you believe in, you have to keep believing in it. You can't keep dreaming. You have to chase the dream. That's why you need to wake up in the morning. To make it short, if you want something, go for it. If you want to be a chef, a consummate chef, you have to keep working towards it. Of course, it's not going to be easy. You're going to face challenges and difficulties. Put your head, you know how to say, keep your head up. And if you feel like you want to go to school to study culinary school from the beginning, it's also good. Go for it. But you need to always have the mindset of it's going to be challenging. It's not easy and it's very easy. Yes, that's life.
Not easy, but very easy.
Absolutely. Just need to read more. I think a lot of things to read tonight, so we have to read a lot to learn.
The learning part, right?
Yeah, of course. You have to learn. A lot to learn. So it's a pleasure meeting you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, man.
It's a pleasure, bro.
It's been an amazing edition of Time with the Chefs. Yes. So thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to, of course, subscribe, like, share.